teammates, it's your girl Brienne, and we are back with another What's the Tea? And I am here with the one, the only, the gorgeous Miss Coco Jones. Coco, thank you for sitting down with me today. I know you're busy, girl.
It's okay. Look, y'all always be supporting me, so I definitely wanted to set some time aside to be like, what's up?
Thank you. No, but for real though, you got a lot going on. Let me start by saying congratulations, because it's a lot going on right now. You have I See You, that's out right now. The visuals for I See You are out right now. You also have a duet collaboration with Babyface, which is freaking legendary. Talk to me about how all of that feels right now, because I know it has to be a little overwhelming.
Well, so having I See You out is so exciting because really the goal of my EP is to show these different sides of myself and kind of figure out what my audience likes from me. I feel like the last couple songs they heard, I was independent and just in a different headspace. Yeah. So with What I Didn't Tell You, this EP, it's about showing these other sides that you see off camera. Because now everybody loves Bel-Air, and that's great. And that's a part of me. But music is where I started, you know, like without music, there would be no acting. So I want people to see these different sides of me and what I can do, and like tell me who you really resonate with.
I think they really want to get to know you. They really want to get to know you. Our audience really wants to get to know you. Literally every single comment I've ever read about you, Coco, on our platform is like, we want to know what's up with Coco. And I'm like, yo, she busy. She is busy. She's trying to put this music out for you guys. So another question that they always ask though is like, how would you describe your sound? Because a lot of our teammates say like, Coco's voice is so different. Like her music is so different. How would you describe it?
Yeah, well, it's kind of hard for me because I have so many things that I can do. I feel like a part of that comes from me being an actor. Like I just can like tap into any character, but then I'm like, okay, who is really me? And I think the me that I really am right now, that sound it's piercing. Like I want you to wake up. It's urgent. It's urgent because I feel like I love the songs. Like my life is go and go and go. So when I get a song that's calming, I'm here for it very much. But I also like, I want more songs that wake people up, like coffee in music. So I would describe like some of the songs that are like my on the EP. They're urgent, they're fun, and they're empowering. I'm very much talking about get on my caliber, you know what I'm saying? Keep up with me, keep it straight with me, don't play with me. All of these things, like words are powerful. So I would describe my sound as urgent, powerful, empowering, fun, and charismatic.
I love that. That is awesome. I love that. So how would you say, because a lot of our audience are younger and they do know you from starting out on Disney Channel, how would you say that, you know, contributed to or even hindered your career as a musician? Because I've spoken to, you know, a couple of people, even Trevor Jackson, shout out to Trevor Jackson, who has spoken about like the struggles of being an actor and a singer and how people kind of push his singing career to the side because of how he started out.
Right. I mean, look at it like any industry where you make a name for yourself. Like, for example, out of my head, The Rock was a wrestler, but now he's giving theater. You know what I'm saying? He's giving movie theater, big screen, blockbuster. And the point is what I'm saying is that anywhere that you make yourself known, and that's what people associate your name with, it's just hard to like rebranding a company, rebranding a business, rebranding yourself. It's a challenge because it has to be believable. So for me, the good and bad of Disney was, one, I learned about work ethic as a kid. I was very much I'll wear my pajamas to the studio because I'm not going to a sleepover. I'm going late nights and I have homework. But by the time I wake up, I don't have time for that. You know what I'm saying? Like I learned about hard work and consistency because of rejection. When you don't get them jobs as a little kid, you could be like, I'm over it. Back to dodgeball, back to something fun and safe. But I was like, okay, that's hurting. Let's keep going. I want another job. So I learned about resilience at a very young age and hard work. Of course, there's cons to anything, but my cons were, it was hard to rebrand. And even now, people know me from acting more than they know me from music, but baby, best believe that's gonna change.
I believe you. A lot of people are talking about this Babyface album. You on there with some big name girls. Okay.
I said happy to be here.
Ella May on there. It's some big name girls on there. How did you get to experience working with any of them at all? What was that like? Did you get in the studio with Babyface? You saw him face to face? Like, we want the tea.
very much giving that. I didn't get to work with the R&B girls because what Babyface is doing with this album is like, he's kind of like the love guide, and he's guiding all of us through these scenarios with these goofy ass boys. Oh, not me saying ass. Sorry, Shade Room. But I worked with Babyface. We went in the studio and he had a couple songs that I could pick from, a couple tracks. And I was thinking one was really like, and I was like, and then one was more like soul. And I was like, I feel like this one's giving. So I chose like the more soulful route. And we were just talking, like we just had a good conversation because Babyface is really cool. Like he's normal. He's not like, oh yes, what do you want? He's like, hey, so what's up in your life? Like what's tea? And I was like, oh, well, since you want to know, we just started talking. I'm talking about a situation with this one guy. And I literally was like, I just wish it was more simple. That was the song right there. And then we just got to writing it.
I love that. So you were also just nominated. We just found out you were nominated for the Soul Train Award for Best New Artist. Yes, congrats, Coco. We are so proud of you. Congratulations. You're definitely in that category with a couple of other heavy hitters. Thames is in that category. Doechie's in that category. Talk to me about how that feels.
I'm just happy to be here. Like, this is my first award for music. Like, I've gotten awards for like personality, and I've gotten like acknowledgement and nominations and for acting, but this is my first like nomination for music. And I'm just like, oh, like if I could go back and tell myself, girl, look at what is happening right now. If I could just show her a picture of my life right now, she'd be like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, put that In-N-Out burger down and get in the studio.
Yep.
But it's just full circle. And it's so exciting because there's so much more to come. And it just lights my fire to have people like acknowledging what I'm doing, seeing what I'm doing and being like, yeah, that's eating. I'm like, oh my God, okay, good, because I had these, you know,
it is eating.
Thank you.
So how do you feel? Because there's a lot of younger people that look up to you as a brown-skinned, dark-skinned woman that's really doing it. You're really doing it. How does that feel? Is there a lot of pressure there, or are you just kind of doing what you got to do?
You know, I learned to take the pressure off of myself because it doesn't help. Like, it doesn't help to be going hard on yourself because the world is already doing it too. It doesn't change anything. The things that I've learned actually change things are prayer, the way you speak, like what you're putting in your mind. If you're just on Instagram looking at other people, that's what is happening to you. Like that's what you're receiving. But if you like look at more positive outlets, and like I would watch interviews all day long, interviews of like Beyonce, like Kobe, like just great people. And I just watch them and be like, okay, yeah, that's motivating to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I was conscious of what I was putting into my spirit. That stuff really affects you. I feel more like I'm just glad that it happened now, but I wasn't gonna stop. Like, I'm happy that like, okay, we're in a new chapter and we're in a new season of life, but I was gonna get through that rain regardless. I couldn't stop. That's how I know that this is my passion, because I've had opportunities to stop and it'd be okay. You know what I'm saying? Like I could change different routes and I could go somewhere else and I would feel supported by the people around me, which is the most important. I don't care what the world got to say, but I just couldn't do it. I just had to keep going. That's how I know it's my passion. And for people out there who want anything, like you'll know you really want it if you keep fighting for it when you're getting opposition and pushback. But you just keep going. You have to. It's like, this is me. I got to keep it going.
Yeah, I feel that. I think when I was younger, like the person I looked up to personally was Gabrielle Union. I loved me some Gabrielle Union. She was that girl, okay? She was beautiful. She was brown. She was fierce. She was sexy. She was talented. She did everything. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Coco, you that girl now. You were my Gabrielle Union for the younger girls. So how does that feel?
Oh my God, that is like made me chills. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure at the time, like all of these great women that I looked up to, like Gabrielle, like freaking CeCe Winans, Beyonce, Mariah Carey, like all these people, I'm sure at the time they weren't thinking, oh, I'm gonna motivate people and like be this representation. They were thinking like, I will die about this. This is me, you know? So I'm happy to be representing but I had to get it. Like, it's just, if I was passionate about dentistry, you would see me on the billboard with like a dentist tool, because that's what I was going to have to do. Like, it's just what I have to do. And I hope that people look at my journey and it just helps them to keep going. I hope that when I was watching those interviews, like, I hope I can give that to somebody, that extra push that day that you need to keep going, that extra like reminder that things take time, you know, but that doesn't mean it's not going to work out. It just means it's taking more time.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely understand that. And what about, how do you feel about your connection to the character that you play on Bel-Air? Because Hillary was Black girl luxury. That was our symbol of like Black girl luxury when we were younger. And now that's you, Coco Jones. So how do you feel a connection to that character? How do you feel about that?
Well, because Hillary in Bel-Air is more like me, I do feel very connected. I mean, she's a hustler. She has money now. She's getting to that bag, but she also is striving for things you can't buy. Like, she's striving for success on her own platform. She's striving for, like, you know, identity and you know, representation in a cooking field that doesn't cater to her. And I'm like, girl, same. So I feel her in the things that she's trying to overcome. And if she's very like honest and charismatic, and I feel like she is me. She is every Black girl who's trying to get to their bag, you know what I'm saying? Who's trying to make a seat at a table where they should already be a seat, you know, because I'm just as talented.
Everybody loves you, Coco. And I want to know, because like I said before, I can't find anything about you that isn't, I love Coco. I was like, usually before my interviews, I prep, I just make sure, you know, I know as much as possible. And I'm on Twitter. I usually read like Twitter comments. There's not one negative thing about Coco Jones on the internet ever, like at all. Like, I can't, not that I want to find something negative, but there is nothing. There's nothing. Everybody's like, I love Coco. She's the best. She's so gorgeous. So tell me, is that who you really are? Or like, is your team working overtime? Because I've never in the history of celebrities ever seen somebody that had literally just love and praise all the time from the public.
That is so hilarious, because no, my team is not working to like protect my image or anything. I really feel like I'm just being me and being more comfortable being myself ever since like I started doing more on social media.
Yeah.
And I think that helps, because before I used to give like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like, girl,
don't.
So with me now, I'm like, this is the way I talk to my girls. This is the way I be at dinner. This is the way I be at the club. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why it's likable, but thank you. And I also feel like there are times where people like, they be annoyed sometimes when I be doing my covers OD, but I also really haven't popped out with a dude or have had any tea yet. And I'm not saying, wow. And I don't know, I'm not like trying to get the tea. I'm just being me. Honestly, I'm just feeling free to be myself. And that's what I'm gonna do. If you like it, great. If you don't, okay. Not my business.
Speaking of dudes, Coco, what's going on?
LOL. Okay. I'm not gonna act like I'm sitting at the dock of the bay watching the tides roll away. I'm having a I just hit my own self. I'm having a time last night. Okay, I'll be outside having fun.
And what does a time last night look like for Coco Jones?
It very much depends. It depends on what's popping, because LA is so capped sometimes. It'd be like, you think you're gonna move to LA and it's gonna be like Hollywood paparazzi. Yep. Oh my God, you know, and it'd be given like, what's there to do today? Nothing. Yep. Okay, I'll be at the studio, you know? Like it's not like, whoa. It depends. Like sometimes it's just everybody pull up to the studio, we turning up there, you know, we creating music and having vibes there. Or it's giving, let's go outside, let's pop out, let's do a cute dinner, and then let's go make a move. Let's go to a club or something, you know? But the club can get played out very fast.
So what are you looking for in a dude? Like, what's Coco Jones's type?
I definitely don't have a physical type, just because I've had
what about height, Coco? What about height? You got some legs on you, girl. What about height requirements?
Okay, now here's what I was gonna say.
Talk to me.
No, because I've even started to grow out of that, because I would only do that because other people. I don't want other people to look at like, oh, she's taller than him. But now that I'm getting very much over what people have to say, it's like, who's coming with that energy? Who's keeping the girls up at night? Who's keeping me in my head about it? I don't know. I've had some shorter guys that I'm like, not too much. Stop playing with me. You know what I'm saying? I think it's more like, I don't have a type. I have a personality that I'm drawn to. Like, it's a confident hustler who's who's like educated and who's trying to grow. Like if you're trying to grow in business and spiritually and emotionally, like I'm just like, oh, it's you.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It just draws me. Like it doesn't work for me to be all flashy and flexy, disgust me. I'm like boring. It's more like when these little cameras and stuff aren't around, what are you like? What are you? You know, like, are you just like everybody else, or do you have something to offer that's like original, you know? So that's what does it for me.
All right. So last question before I let you go, because I know we're on a little bit of a time crunch today. Who is your dream collab as it pertains to music? And who is your dream collab as it pertains to acting?
Ooh, this is the tea. I'm very much like a learning type person. I'm always like, well, I really want new knowledge. I really want to get better and perfect my craft. And I feel like the top of the tier with that is Miss Beyonce. I'm sorry. Like, I want to learn from her. Even if I'm just singing backgrounds on the song and I'm like, ooh, just happy to be on the back. Can I just watch you in the studio though? Can I watch like your process? Can I watch you cut vocals? Like, it would just grow me as an artist. So on the music side, for sure, her. Viola Davis on the acting side, because how do you get into your cry bag and be okay with looking crazy on camera because you're that passionate about the role? Period. I need to know.
Viola's different. She do it different.
Okay. I'm like,
she's that girl.
I have never seen somebody embody these things so much that I feel in my core. Like, I'm about growth. So I need both of these women to teach me how to elevate.
Musically, do you ever see yourself moving out of the R&B space? Like, I see a lot of artists now, not moving out, but just branching off, I guess. There's a lot of artists that get into more than one genre of music. We see the R&B girlies doing a little rap. We see the rap girlies doing a little pop. We see the R&B girlies doing a little pop. So do you ever see yourself getting into a realm other than R&B?
Oh, most definitely. I'm not trying to limit myself to one category at all. And I don't even know if those categories like work as well, because everybody's crossing over into different lanes. So it's like, sometimes I'll be listening to a song, I'm like, what is this more? You know, and I don't know. For me, I'm from the South, so I have to tap into my country bag eventually, like really get up in there. And then gospel. Best believe one day I'm gonna hit y'all with that album in the spirit.
We need
it. Will lead you, okay?
It is. It's
very much. And of course the pop bops, because I love a little pop bop. I'm trying to be worldwide. I'm trying to be in Brazil and they be like, sing the song, you know the song. I'm trying to be everywhere.
Okay, Coco. Well, thank you for sitting down and talking to me. Is there anything that you want your fans to know, the teammates to know before I let you go?
I want to say thank you guys for the support. Y'all always support me over here, for real. Like, I really love it. Thank you guys so much. And continue to stream. Okay. I'm trying to get out on the road, do some performances, finish up season 2 of Bel-Air and get outside. So come see me when I'm there, period.